Hey everyone, I'm getting ready to show you how to do a Flexirod set. I did a Flexirod tutorial before, but I'm actually showing one now where I'm actually showing it. It's not in picture form. So I'm going to first start off by showing what I use. I like using the Umectress Nexus conditioner. It's a conditioner when you shampoo your hair, but it's also good for a leave-in as well. So with that, I use probably maybe 1.5 pumps. And I rub that together, and then I put that all over my hair. And my hair is freshly washed, so it is slightly damp. I do like using Flexirods so when my hair is freshly wet, I think that the Flexirods do well, and I don't have to really squirt as much like water or aloe vera gel and water spray in it. I also use maybe like 8 drops of, now this is in a applicator bottle, but it's Carol's Daughter hair elixir, and I also put in some avocado oil, and I also put in maybe like a tablespoon of Argan Oil and or Moroccan oil, and this is really good for your skin and good for your scalp. And it comes from a tree that's thousands of years old in Morocco. It's not a cheap product, but it's very good for your hair and for your skin, and it costs a little more. Like for this 4 ounce, I got it for like $13, but it lasts a long time, and it's really good for you. And I'll probably put on my blog a little bit more about it, on how great it is and the different uses that you can use for it. So with that, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll rub that together. And then I'll put that in my hair. And just making sure it's worked all in my ends and everything. And this is even before I do the Flexirods. I make sure all that's in my hair first. I use a couple of drops of hair milk, Carol's Daughter hair milk. I really like that, so I use just a couple of drops for that. And then I rub that together and put that in my hair. And just massage that in and just make sure all that's in my hair before I actually start doing the Flexirods. And then for frizz, I add a couple of drops of Argan Hydrating Styling Cream, and this is good for humidity and being frizz free, so I use a couple of drops of that. And not much, just a couple, just a little bit, not a whole lot. And then this actually has, you might can see, it has like the actual Argan little nuts in there, so I just put that in there, and that's good for frizz and humidity, like I said. And then this is just far as like last but not least, Argan also has a hair tamer where it's a styling cream. It's kind of like it's in a foam consistency, and it's good for like if you're underneath the dryer and you want your hair to be looking smooth and shiny, and you can use just like a grape size amount of this, or I use the foam styling lotion from Silk Elements, and I may use like a couple of pumps of that. Today I'll probably use the styling foaming cream, and so it's really neat because it's like liquid, but then when it comes out like a foam. And it's also a heat protectant as well, so it's good for your hair as a heat protection. So then I put that on my hair, and put it on my ends and everything. So now I just take my comb, my wide tooth comb, and then I just comb through it, starting from the ends and then working my way up. And I really don't part, like part my hair in precision or anything like that. I really just start taking pieces. Like I'll just pin this part up and then I'll work with one side. So I usually like working I'll work from the back sometimes, and then sometimes I'll work from the front. This time I think I will work from the back. Another pin. I'll get another clip. That can be out of the way. So then I just basically just comb through it, just making sure that it's smooth. And I like, for my ends, I put this in this container, coconut oil for a sealant so my ends are smooth. So I'll take just really a dab of coconut oil on my ends. And then I'll just put that on my ends like that. And then I'll proceed. I don't use end caps or anything like that. I make sure that my hair is all on there, and then I just make sure that it's covered, and then I start rolling. And I like my curls to be long, so that's the first one. And then I proceed to start with another section. I don't really look at how precise they are or anything like that. I just make sure I have enough hair and it's just not a small amount on the rod. And then I just comb that through. And then I add just a little bit of the coconut oil for the ends. And then I take my, I don't know if I said this, but orange rods. And then what I do is that I make sure that the hair on the ends is completely covered. And then by doing that, you make sure that, when you're actually drying your hair, that none of the ends are coming loose, or where it's not curled all the way down to the bottom. And then as you can see, I just tuck the end underneath, and then that's two. Then I get another section. I mean, it just depends on how many curls do you really want. You can not do as many rods, or you can do a lot of rods. It just depends on how many you actually want in your hair.